Coming up on Verse, Chorus, Verse, Season 5. It's almost in the books, I think. Who knows?
To be seen.
Yes.
We sure hope
Time
so.
to have some fun. Let's get drunk. Hi, everybody.
Hey, David.
I'm DL, and I'm on this podcast. How are you? I hope you're well. With me is Evil. I said I have an Instagram now, Jimmy, when we first tried this because you were trying to post a story for like 27 minutes. So it's either I have an Instagram Jimmy or Boomer Jimmy, whichever
Boomer.
one we want to do.
Let's go.
How are you?
I'm so good. I'm gonna
Are
pour
you?
myself a whiskey here.
Whiskey,
Wait,
mixing it up.
I know, right? I'm trying new things, as they say.
I love it. I love it. I love this for you. It's not even the new year yet.
Stick around, everybody, and find out if it's EY or Y. Also with us is Rachel. I all but quit polio. Rachel, and you're wearing a shirt that
Represent.
yeah,
They give you a free shirt if you give them tens of thousands of dollars. So
isn't that great?
it is very nice. Yes.
Listeners, we do that too. Just saying.
You
see
give
this
me tens of
beautiful
thousands of dollars?
shirt.
Merch.
It could be yours. It could be yours for the low price of tens of thousands of dollars.
Ooh, bargain.
How is everybody?
Good.
We're here.
Waiting for you, buddy.
Nah, that's not true. That didn't happen. Right?
My tech
Podcasts
guy
work
said my-
the first time, every time.
That's true.
That
That's
was
true.
part of our conversation while you were gone, is how things can be exactly the same every time, but you turn it on and it's just behaves in a completely different way.
Gremlins, man.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's true. It's very
I don't know what
true.
time we were supposed to start recording. What time is it now?
Well, there wasn't a specific time, you know?
When was the first time you logged in? Oh my God.
Amazing.
This is not meant to be. We're not meant to be on a podcast, Jimmy.
Here's the crazy thing is it's still recording.
It is still recording. Let's just keep going. What's
we can
next?
just do a podcast.
Let's just do a podcast. Any music news? Did you see
Yeah.
that 50 Cent is producing a
P.
anti-Puffy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Very excited for that one.
Very excited. He is dedicated to his hate for Puff Daddy.
You
Yeah.
hate him for real, right?
Yeah, with all of your money.
Season 5. It was really good until we got to the finale, and then everything went to shit. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to be fine. Evil, Season 5, we're back. We're feeling okay. We're back forever, I think. How would you sum up your feelings of Season 5?
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
It is evident, I guess. We've
Yeah.
proven that theory.
You guys just can't quit me.
That's true.
That
The
is
memes-
true.
The memes are too good. Rachel, same question. Season 5, sum it up.
You know, you are getting so chill in your old age that it's getting so much easier to work for you. I haven't cried at all this year about you, I don't think.
Well, and a lot of the technical stuff lately, at least, has been my fault. So,
Yeah, we're not mad at you.
well, no, you shouldn't be.
I mean, you're right. It sounds like dogs at your house, Jimmy.
Your dogs are so calm after
God.
they just played and they ate. Why are they
I
not
know.
on the couch?
Take a nap, guys.
You know, they just want to be the star of the show, I guess.
That's fair. They're so cute. They could have their
Yeah.
own podcast.
Yeah, they'd probably have more listeners. Because they're adorable.
They're so cute. See?
I'm gonna kill myself.
David,
Please don't.
please don't.
Everything okay there, little buddy?
What are they doing back there? Oh my God.
What the dog's doing?
Yeah. Drinking?
Homeboy's getting a drink. Hey,
That's okay.
he drinks too much.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah,
If you drink, you have to
psychogenic
be.
polydipsia is the name of the condition.
That was
He
me
just-
the other night.
Drinks and drinks.
The first night we were in New Orleans, I think I got up like 10 times in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom.
I
'Cause
wish
I had drank
had.
Bottles and bottles of water.
Yeah, you and I.
Good for you.
I think you drink all of my water that I should
Yes.
have had.
You didn't even open your bottle of water.
Yeah, that was a party foul. Ooh.
Third time's a charm. Seventh time is a charm. I've got a backup laptop that just had a firmware update now too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Be ready for
We're-
season 6.
Yeah.
We're at home. We're ready for the finale for the second time. Here's the thing. Any of you want to volunteer next time we do the finale to be our audio engineer?
Yeah.
That would be lovely. We're 2 for 5 in fucking up the finale. And yeah, hey, that's not, I'll take those odds. That's not That's pretty bad. But yeah, when you record the whole thing, you think it's fine, and then there's a weird audio thing going on through the whole thing that you didn't even know.
Oops.
I could use just like a handler too when we travel.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we doing tonight? We're doing the finale. We have a lot to do. We're going to talk about who died in 2025. We're going to talk about our favorites. We're going to talk about our bests. We're going to talk about what we hated, which was the podcast for about a month. And then
I never hate it.
you two didn't ever hate it.
No, you did.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Let's get to the
There it
most
is.
important part of the night. What are we? I don't want to jinx it. It's been 2 minutes and my audio hasn't messed up. I will go first. Super exciting. Because actually, both of you are more exciting. I have, it's a gin and a cranberry. It's cranberry ginger, Trader Joe.
Mm,
So much Trader
carbonated
Joe's tonight.
Something.
yeah.
Yeah.
People had Trader Joe's dinner.
Yeah. I did.
Ooh, Trader Joe's dinner. More on that
Well-
later.
Yeah.
Did you have Thanksgiving flavored kettle chips?
They are out. They have been the last couple of times I've been there. I'm
We got some too.
furious.
Are they not the best? Are they not
They're
amazing?
so good.
They're not bad.
Not bad.
I also they had some like horseradish ones as well.
I'll have
They
to
were
try
good.
those.
They were
Can't
kind
get
of like
behind that.
Ruffles. I do have to say that they're good with a little bit of ranch dip. Like on their own, they're a bit much, but
Gin.
anyway.
I'm drinking gin.
Gin. What
And
kind
I
of gin?
feel like getting drunk. It is purple gin. I don't.
Lovely. That's my
It's
favorite.
Irish.
It's no. It's
It's not Empress.
it's a lesser known Irish gin.
Mm.
Just deal with it.
Okay.
Evil, what are you drinking?
We've got a stable of Sazerac / Buffalo Trace liquors here.
Nice.
Love
you
that.
know. Yeah.
How many? What do you have?
Well, I'm starting with some Blantons.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for Homeboy to come back.
Is that your Sazerac sniffer too?
No.
Or is that just
This,
okay?
this is a bigger.
That is a
this is
bigger one,
like
isn't
a-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of shaped like the whiskey tasting glasses, but it's a little more. You don't have to like lean your head back with it.
Sure.
So it's got some of the characteristics that funnel
Mm-hmm.
the smells up into your nostrils, but it's a little more casual.
Yeah. When I came back, I had gotten one of those like little booklets with informational booklets at the Sazerac. And I brought it home and Trevor's like reading it and he's like, this smells like alcohol. And sure enough, like I took a whiff of it and it smelled exactly like you walked in the building and just got hit with
Well, that's amazing. Just like soaked up the
everything smells like
aromas.
yes.
That place
Well, when
smelled
you
like-
cook in the same place,
smelled like home.
you really need to go to more whiskey tasting distillery
Yeah,
things.
I do. I've been to many breweries, but that may be the first distillery I've ever been to.
That's kind of surprising. You're like a fun traveler. You're not like a history traveler.
Yeah.
You like Puerto Vallarta, Cancun sort of.
Not like the party places. I just like going.
Well, but like relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm more of a like, let's move every minute and go to all of the museums and learn all of the history of the city.
I don't like to learn when I travel.
That's the only thing I like to do.
I like to experience.
That
the
Sazerac thing
places.
was good for
That was
me
cool.
and you because
Yes.
it was like a learning experience plus a
Yeah.
whiskey experience.
Plus drinking.
So, David, when I was talking to him, you were hungover in NOLA and we were at breakfast.
Yes, I
and
was.
I asked
Holy
what the surprise
fuck.
was. And he said, actually, it's something perfect for both of you. And I'm very excited about it. And it was.
I'm glad I rallied.
Yeah. You were good.
I
You
was
just need
like,
to skip breakfast.
yeah. Yes. I needed a few things.
Although those beignets, oof,
They did
oofta.
not sound good when you guys were eating them.
Probably not. They were better than the ones at dinner the night before. Like they were the big, actual, fluffy powdered sugar ones. Not
Yeah.
that the ones were bad at dinner the night before. Everything there was fantastic, but they weren't the
It was
classic.
so good. Everything
So
that I
good.
ate was delicious.
I know.
All 5 pounds of that food.
Jesus, you ate so much food.
That was part of my problem.
Yeah. How
much
can you
food.
not? It was so good.
It was so good.
I gained so much weight when I came back and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah,
We
it'd
had a
be
lot of
interesting.
food.
It'd be interesting to if I had a scale in my hotel room to see how much weight I gained, how much inflammation was on
I
my
mean, it-
body.
at least 3 pounds just like in the physical food that evening.
And just the food and beverages
Because the
that I
steak
consumed.
itself was
Yeah.
a pound.
It was a pound.
Plus like a handful of drinks, lobster tail,
Drinks, the lobster tail, the desserts,
the bread.
all of that bread.
That bread was so good.
Delicious.
And the
bread.
butter. There's actually, okay, so there are places in France that you can go that are like fancy butter places, and you go and you buy butter and they can like that shrink wrap. They can shrink wrap it
Yeah.
for you, and you could just take it on the plane and they let you. So you can like buy all of the butters and then bring them home. And then you have French butter.
Cajun butter. I would like
That was real good.
about a gallon of that.
Yeah. That honey stuff was it honey? The sweet one?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
All of them were good.
This one time I had an allergic reaction in Paris at a honey tasting place.
Well, that's fun. To
So-
what? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. I have a lot of seasonal allergies. And I did not understand until I went there that bees are like, they're giving us honey on these like little toothpicky
Right.
size things. And they're like, this is from this kind of tree and this kind of flower and this
Sure.
and this and this. After like the 8th one, I was like, I need to stop eating the honey. I can't feel my tongue and the top of my mouth anymore. And I was like, I do not want to go to a Paris hospital right now.
No, they obviously are the bees obviously were frequenting something that you
Yeah.
had an allergy to.
But then I stopped and it went away pretty quickly. It was just like drops of it at a time. It was really the tiniest bit, but we were just like tasting because, you can taste the different.
Tons. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was great. But yeah, no, would never
Honey.
do that again. Horrible
Honey's so
idea.
good.
Honey is so good. The honey that we get we just get stuff that's made around here. So I'm already
Mhm.
used to it.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't then, but now I take allergy medicine twice a day. So I
Got
don't
it.
die. So I probably would have been fine if I had been doing that in France. I don't
Good
think we're
little
going to
buddy.
record tonight.
It's signs are pointing to we're gonna have a few drinks and
Do you like Chipotle?
yeah, I don't mind it. I don't
They're
eat
having-
there often, but
They're having a thing tonight. It's buy one entree, get one entree.
Mm.
So if you wanted to like get an entree and put an entree in the fridge, because I know you
yeah,
like
there's
meat
one
on meat.
not far from me, so I could walk to it.
Throwing ideas out there.
Little-
Kaylin has a toy.
That's Hattie.
Oh, that's Hattie. She looks
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah,
She's
I
so cute.
she gets a little darker in the winter. She's
I think it was the shadow.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Halen is there.
Handsome boy.
He is a
What's that? Oh, I
handsome
like
devil.
that. Side table.
Oh yeah, World Market. I got it.
Oh,
It was
I
like
love World
clearance.
Market.
I got it for like $45.
Damn.
It was 70
that's
something
cheap for them.
percent off. I know.
I love
That's
the
why I
World
got it.
Market.
And it has like a little flaw on one piece that you can hardly see.
Nice.
Yeah.
They have these biscuits there that are McVitie's. Have you heard of them? And it's like they're kind of like a bland graham cracker,
Mhm.
and they like dip them in caramel. Like so, the side of it is it's like a black and white kind of, but
Got
it's
it.
caramel and then chocolate, and then the other side's just the biscuit, and they're so good.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the food when I lived there. So you can get so much fun stuff.
Yeah, I like World Market. I go wander in there. Like not every weekend, but I go to Albertsons and get a brisket every weekend. That's kind of my weekend treat.
Nice.
And I'll go around the corner to World Market and poke around, see if there's anything I need.
Do you go, because you seem like you live in like a walking area to where you can do all of
I can
the
walk to-
things.
Many things.
So do you walk to the grocery, and then
To Trader Joe's, yeah, because it's like
it's like in the same parking lot, isn't it? Just like right
yeah,
around.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a couple minute walk tops.
Mhm.
I have a couple of their fabric bags. I just walk over there and load up,
Mhm, mhm.
come back. I can walk to. There's a co-op that it's walkable to.
Boise, the one downtown, I used to frequent this because they had
Yep.
like a sandwich shop in there. I don't know that it's,
Yeah.
I think it was changed to burritos at one point. I don't know what it is now, but so good.
I like the co-op.
I miss that. My town is so small. It's so sad. It's getting bigger, but it's like, but then the juxtaposition of like what I'm used to in Boise because I moved away, in 2009. And
It's
now when I
changed
go
a
back,
little
I'm
bit.
like, it's huge. It's
Yeah.
so big.
Like the downtown, because when I was training, when I was doing the kettlebell thing, I was working downtown through like right up to COVID, so early 2020. And the difference between then and now is shocking.
It's been 5 years. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still growing so fast.
Like, and it's like the like the high-rise buildings that they put in makes the downtown area feel so different.
Yeah. And just like kind of where you used to live, like back in my day, Eagle Road, it was
Yeah,
dead
it
past
was
Eagle Road.
farmland.
Like, yeah. And now it's just everything. There's so much stuff out there.
Well, where I'm now, like the Eagle and Fairview intersection, I always like, this is a fun story because my mom, she was a manager at the Emporium stores. If you remember the Emporium
Yeah.
Power Sale, you remember those? And she's to drive from Middleton east on Highway 44, turn south on Eagle Road, which was a 2-lane farm road forever.
Jeez.
And now it's like the busiest intersection in the state
It's
now.
so busy.
It's so
Yeah.
big. It was shopping centers and like the Village and
Yeah.
you know, theater. There's the mega Albertsons, the
Mhm.
marketplace Albertsons. There's a Walmart not far away.
Mhm.
All the restaurants, but there's still the northwest corner is still farmland, which is
Mhm.
crazy.
Not for long.
The owners, no, they're just hanging on to it.
Really?
Yep.
There was a piece of land really nearby us that somebody was just like, I think they were just waiting to like the millions and millions offer came in, because it was like, you know, houses and Home Depot on either side, and it's on
Yeah.
like a main road just on the corner, and they're like, we're not selling, and they finally sold it. Now it's just townhomes that are going up, but I can only imagine what they got for it because they waited so long.
All of the money.
I bet.
Yeah.
There's still some like houses on our main, like the main drag, which is, I mean, it'd be like Fairview-ish talking, but there's just like houses there, and nobody wants to live there because nobody wants to try and pull out onto that road.
Right. Yeah.
But part of me wants to buy like houses that are closer to where the businesses are, because I'm like, it'll all be businesses.
Oh, yeah.
In, like,
They'll all be zoned
10 years.
commercial in 10, 15 years. Yep.
One of my friends lived out Linden Park. It was right where Meridian High School is. And he lived literally in like the backyard of Meridian. And they wanted to buy his house because it was like the only house around in the area, because they wanted to do another field or something,
Mhm.
part of the high school. And his dad held out for a really long time and then sold it. I want to say it was like 20 years ago for more than $1 million.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. That
I mean, it was a
area.
house. It was probably like four or five bedrooms. It wasn't a small house, but
No, it's just the
it wasn't
land.
worth 1 point whatever million back in 2005.
So I lived I lived in kind of what was West Meridian on near
West.
10 Mile and Cherry Lane. Hey there.
Hi.
Got you.
I was there for like a couple years.
Mhm.
And I worked at Hewlett Packard, and I would drive north on 10 Mile to Chinden and then take Chinden into the HP campus. And there was one stoplight. It was the
Gee.
Cloverdale. Maybe, wait, hold on. Maybe there were two. There may have been two. I might be wrong. Anyway, like in the 2 years that I lived there, multiple stoplights went in, and this like giant development went in. And my commute like doubled in time. And now like out
Gross.
there's like a freeway interchange,
Mhm.
and there's like a Shields, like, which is I love going to, but it's just like so different now out there.
Mhm.
And that's in the
Mm.
last 10 years. It's crazy. Hey there. He's
Crazy.
back.
I am.
David James, what's up?
I think all the computers are dead. I don't. You can see me. You can hear me. Okay.
Yosh. I mean, we can hear you great.
You can't see me.
I
You're a
mean,
little
you're
fuzzy,
yeah.
but you're
That
there.
doesn't matter. There, you're good.
You're always a little fuzzy.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Evil, you were talking about what you were drinking.
It was whiskey.
I'm drinking some Blanton's.
Wow.
Yeah,
Broke out the big guns.
I have Blanton's, Sazerac Rye, Weller's Special Reserve, Buffalo Trace, and Eagle Rare. And I'm not gonna drink all of those tonight, but I might drink all of
But
those
who
tonight.
knows? So
How rare?
those
how
are
rare
all
is the eagle?
Aged 10 years.
those are all under the Sazerac umbrella, right? Are you putting them in order of like
No.
nicest? Like, because I
No.
feel like you could build up to nicest, or you should start at the nicest and go to the shittiest, so that way you enjoy the good stuff instead of being like so obliterated that you can't taste it anymore.
Interesting. I don't know what order I would put them in.
Proof?
I think they're all roughly. Let's see. The Rye's 90 proof. I think that's what Eagle Rare is.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong? Yep, that's 90. I think that's Buffalo Trace is also 90. Yep. What is the Weller? It might be more. It's also 90. I should know this. Oh, 93. So
Ooh,
I started with the high proof one.
good for you.
Proud of you. Okay. It's been a couple minutes. We're okay.
Don't say that.
We're getting there.
We're gonna do
Rachel,
it
what are you
2-minute
drinking?
increments for the next 10 hours.
Hey, we can do it.
Whatever.
Your math sucks, but we can still do it.
I was never known for my math. I am drinking. We went to the Sazerac house in NOLA. I
Yeah,
got
we
some
did.
of pralines and cream. I added a little shitty vodka because it's all I had, Smirnoff, and some oat milk. And it is delicious. It's like I think the vodka and the pralines was called a dirty Russian, according to the Sazerac website. But then I put in some oat milk to make it a white Russian.
Racist?
That seems like
I didn't title the drink.
Well, and it's not
I'm
really.
just repeating it.
Yeah,
it's real good.
Sazerac House is pretty rad, huh?
Mm-hmm. It
yes.
was a good
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
It wasn't bad.
I have photos that I will send to you when my free time is upon me.
That was great. He also, is it Jonathan? Was that the name of the bartender?
That sounds
Was.
right.
He also gave us a great little post, kind of like a little hangover cocktail sort of thing. What was it? It was soda water and
Bitters.
And a cube of sugar.
a cube of sugar.
But what
Yeah,
was the
Peugeot.
bitters?
Peugeot's
Yes.
bitters.
So good.
Yeah. So they actually make Peugeots in the Sazerac house,
Yeah. Third floor.
which
Third floor.
I think we saw
We
some
went
sort of
upstairs.
lab. I don't know what they were doing in the
Mhm.
lab.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cloning something, I'm sure.
So we've got whiskey, we've got gin, we've got pralines and cream.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
I liked the Sazerac
It's a
house. New
spectrum.
Orleans was quite fun.
It
It
was
You-
pretty
quite fun.
Yeah, you did just watch last week. You watched or listened to our What Did We Miss,
Mhm.
which we did film in NOLA successfully.
That one worked.
Audio,
Successfully.
visual. Wow, it all worked. And you can really, really just, if you didn't watch it, go back and really try to focus on Evil's hangover. It's prominent. The dinner was too
Ugh.
good the night
It
before.
was a
What can we
full
say?
body hangover. That was food
It wasn't
and
even like
drink and dehydration and 22 hours of without sleep.
Yeah, it wasn't
Debauchery.
like a classic hangover.
No.
It wasn't a Jimmy's an alcoholic hangover.
No.
Hangover because
No. Well, we
Body
food
just,
and lack
like,
of sleep. Jimmy
shut
ate
down.
a pound of meat, a pound of steak,
A pound of steak and then a lobster tail.
plus a lobster tail, plus
Yeah.
some bread, plus
Plus
some
bread,
dessert, plus a couple of alcohols. It
few
was like 3?
an
A
amazing
drink, wine, and then the espresso thing at the end.
Yeah.
That was also a drink.
The
Well,
coffee
yeah, and then we-
cocktail was what really
That
did
coffee
it.
cocktail was something else.
It was
Amazing.
so
And then we
good.
recorded and I drank a bunch of those high noons.
Oh, that's true.
A
Yeah,
bunch
Yeah, I
of
had a
them.
couple of those. Yeah, I think you had 2, right? That wasn't
2
a
or
ton.
3 and a Red Bull
And no water.
and no water.
And
Zero water.
waters. Zero
That
drops
was-
of water. That's what we're drinking. 5 years. You also heard us talk about the last 5 years, and well, you heard us talk about what we chose 5 years ago. And that's what we're here doing. We're capping off season 5. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope you got everything that you wanted, or you just at least were able to chill at home. Evil, before we go to break to start this whole thing off, is there anybody, anything, anywhere that you want to thank to cap off your season? How
You didn't
about
ask me
the
this last
gods
time.
for the fact that I think I've been on for 7 minutes successfully at
Yeah.
this point?
I think you should stop saying numbers because it's going to end soon.
I think I don't believe in the boogeyman, Rachel.
I want to thank you guys for sticking it out again.
That's what
That's
she
what
said.
she said.
Getting the band. Yes. Jesus Christ. And thank the band for getting back together.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
After that big fight.
After the more on that later. We are the Rush of this year's podcasters.
I don't know. The listeners for like actually being one of the main motivations to start it back up. Like
Yeah.
everyone who reached out and were like,
Way to take the easy way out.
well, yeah,
Well, yeah.
No, it's the right answer.
it is. I mean, it was, I'm not an emotional person. I'm going to shut up.
I think that we forget that there's people on the other side of this
Yeah.
Totally.
often.
Totally.
So hearing that people were sad that we were gone and happy when we came back was very nice.
I hear from people every single day I can't imagine how easily it can be what you just said about how can forget that there are other people on the other end of this thing. For you guys, I can't imagine how disjointed it can feel at times. Like the talking into the ether of it all.
I had two experiences today that I'm just like, whoa. I had a friend from college reach out on Instagram saying, "Hey, how do I find your podcast? Like, I've been watching the promotional clips. Send me to it."
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, I know. And then the second one, this is fucking wild. Someone said that they asked ChatGPT, what would a good album be for Jimmy on Verse, Chorus, Verse? And it gave a fairly detailed answer about it. And I'm like,
wow.
what the fuck? And then I realized that we have 200 and however many episodes of training data that we're now AI fodder.
So they can take over for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm into it. Rachel, same question.
Same answer. Also, my tea guy for never letting me do any work, setting up stuff, which is nice. But also you, specifically David, for letting me go to school.
Letting you quit.
And I'm not as, like, I still can hang out, but I'm definitely not as stressed. And it's very nice to have a balance of, like, getting to do this, but still getting to not fail out of college. So there.
Yeah, I think it's it's pretty close to the same thing we say every year. Thank you to the listeners is the obvious one, but it's obvious for a reason because duh. And thanks to our people for letting us do this shit. Each other and
dogs. You're real scratchy. I don't know if that's going to record on your side.
Your stuff got screechy.
You're real staticky. No.
And here we are again.
Yes. Hour and a half in.
We've
recorded about the first 10 minutes, maybe.
Where did we leave off in our side conversation?
Shit.
Well, I was talking about the development of the area. It's just crazy. It's like I drive out to like Canyon County, like where I grew up, and I'm just like, whoa, this is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Out here.
I haven't been out there. I mean, my dad lives in Caldwell, and I can only imagine because he bought a house because of the farmland around it. And I wonder, like, how developed it is around there now since he purchased it.
What, you don't have to give coordinates, but what area? No clue.
It's Prairie Lane. I've never actually been there because he's a hermit and he lived there he bought the house. It's a very big house. I want to say it's like, for one person, it's like 3,000 square feet, which is too big for one person.
Yeah.
4-bedroom, 2-bath. And the reason he bought it was because he was like, now you and Vincent, my brother, can come for Thanksgiving and your families can be here and blah, blah, blah. And then it turned into a hovel like really fast. And so I never actually got to go see it before it turned down.
Podcast soaking.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, I came here because Evil brought me here and you guys don't talk about enough metal. Well, people, we can't cover only metal because there's a very low percentage of people that actually like it. About 33% of this podcast hosting.
Hateful.
So, but fear not, ladies and gentlemen, because what we have is we have our expert here to save the day. So what he's going to do is Evil is going to give his 2 minutes of metal. We'll see if he's polished it up since.
No, not at all.
No, we know the answer to that.
What was it last time? It was like 7 minutes.
10 minutes of metal.
The 10-minute, 2 minutes of metal.
Just be prepared.
10 minutes, 2 minutes. 10 minutes, 2 minutes. But hey, if you want a good breakdown of what to listen to, he's your guy. Evil, bake it away, toys.
These are, to be fair, these are the releases from the year that were on my radar. There are probably other things that metal it's a large umbrella and there are different genres, subgenres and whatnot. But these are the ones that really caught my attention. And I'm just going to go through them starting January 10th. Fantastic album. One of my perennial favorites. All ex-In Flames members. It was the Halo Effects March of the Unheard. On the 31st of January, All That Remains released Anti-Fragile. They had this tremendous guitar player that they'd pulled in. The original guitar player had passed away, which is super sad. Have another guy who came in who has left the band at this point, so I don't know what to think about that. February 18th, another Early 2000s metalcore juggernaut Killswitch Engage released This Consequence. Those two albums I haven't had a chance to really dive in a ton. I love both of those bands. I listened to them a ton back in the day, and I've just been busy listening to other stuff and quitting the podcast and starting the podcast back up.
We didn't quit. We were fired.
Yeah.
We were on a break. March
More on
7th,
that later.
Spirit Box, Tsunami Sea. We talked about that an
We know
episode
that.
or two ago. March 14th, Coheed and Cambria's Vaxis, Act 3,
Blown
The
away.
Father.
Had no
of
idea
Make
that they
Believe.
came out with an album.
Yeah. And like I have said before to you guys in private, I have it on good authority that this is one of their best albums. I listened to it early on. I enjoyed it. I haven't listened to it recently, so I probably will give that some time over the holiday break. March 1st, Disharmonia Mundi, another favorite of mine, The Dormant Stranger. It's a side project for Soilworks singer Speed Strid with a couple of Italian guys. It's really good, really good.
I like
Great
Soilworks.
project. March 21st, also March 21st, Imperial Triumphant's Gold Star, kind of a darling of the more extreme metal heads. That album got a lot of praise. It's good, also good. March 28th, Arch Enemies, Blood Dynasty. Just recently, they announced they've parted ways with their singer, which was all over the place. Yeah, I know. So, yeah. And now brings me to the first new award I want to introduce to the podcast. Also on March 28th, Deaf Heaven, which is a band that I'm not super keen on, but I recognize as being good. And this album is good.
That album is all over the place
Yeah.
in social and that sort of
Yes.
thing.
Lonely People with Power is the album. I'm giving it the new award contender for awards and categories. The Sean Locke. This is a challenging wank award because I know it's good, but I don't know if I like it. April 4th, Legions, Ossuary Lens. April 25th, Machine Head's Unatoned. I went to, in April, right before this album came out, saw Machine Head, With In Flames, Lacuna Coil, and The Mighty Unearth. What a great
That's
show.
pretty killer.
At the House of Blues in Vegas. It was fucking awesome.
That's
Ooh.
rad.
One of the best concerts ever. May 1st, Behemoth, The Shit of God. They know how to name them, those Poles.
Mm.
May 9th, Sleep Token, Even in Arcadia. We should come up with some sort of award for that band. May 16th, Pelican, Flickering Resonance. Great instrumental, kind of post-rock, groovy stuff. May
Sleep
23rd,
Token. More like Sleep Token.
the Sleep Token Award.
The aptly named band award.
Your name is 2 on the nose award.
Yeah. Tame
May
Impala
23rd.
and Sleep Token are the winners.
May 23rd, Witchcraft's I Dag. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that.
I dag.
Did you not look that up?
Wait,
at one
this
point,
was
Rachel?
what was it in? It was a Swedish
Dags.
word.
Dag.
Dags.
Yeah,
May
it was Swedish.
23rd,
I remember
Rivers.
you saying that.
It's today in
30th.
Swedish.
Rivers of Nile's self-titled Rivers of Nile. Not to be confused,
Not to be
with
confused.
Nile, the band Nile. Rivers of
stupid.
Nihil with an H as in nihilism.
Get your shit together,
June
metal.
6th, Catatonia Nightmares as extensions of the Waking State. That's a great album. June 20th, Cryptopsies and Insatiable Violence. June 27th, Heaven Shall Burn's Helmet. July, nothing in July really caught my
Halfway
fancy.
through the year.
August 8th,
5
Black
minutes.
Braid. Black Braid 3.
Black
I was-
Braid's rad.
Yeah, they're awesome. Native American, black metal, great mix. August 22nd, Deftones Private Music. We talked about that one. September 19th, Castle Rat, The Bestiary. Also talked about that one. September 20th, one of my favorite bands, Revocations, New Gods, New Masters. October 3rd. And this one I brought up with you, my friend. I think you will dig this band and I want you to check them out or check him out. It's a single guy project. It is Author and Punisher. The album is Nocturnal Birding, and I think you will really like it. It's like really dark industrial metalish stuff. Interesting.
I like when you do this because I'll go through editing. When I'm editing,
Mm-hmm.
I'll start listening to when somebody's like, "You should listen to this."
Yep.
So good job. Do that more.
Yeah, that one's, I think you'll dig. October 3rd, Orbit Culture, which is one of my like newer favorite bands. I'm really digging them along with Fit for an Autopsy. Those are like my 2 newer kind of popular metal bands that I'm really into. Orbit Culture released Death Above Life. October 10th, we're getting there. We're almost done. Testament, the Mighty Testament, released Parabellum. I need to dive into that one more. I gave it a listen. I love Testament. Fun fact, Trevor from Unearth, it's one of his favorite bands. So I have to, by proxy, I have to love Testament.
We know him.
October 17th, Coroner's Dissonance Theory, my second award that I'm throwing out there. So this is their first album in, I think they're Swiss. They're like old school thrash metal from Switzerland. They haven't put out an album in 32 years. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be on a ton of metalheads' top albums of the year lists. So I'm giving it the Kim Kardashian, Everyone Loves a Good Comeback Story Award. If you know, you know. October 24th, Soulfly released Chama, which I really dig because
Soulfly.
It's a Alex Pereira, the UFC fighter, who's a fucking badass. That's his.
Saw them
nickname.
live.
Soulfly?
Huh?
They're great live.
I forgot who they opened for. I think it might have been Creed, actually. Yeah.
That is a mismatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
then
Paris Jackson and Queen. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bad match.
Of the Stone Age.
Go on.
I'm going to stop there.
Queen
Actually, I'm not going to stop there. Since then, since I made my list, there has been one other release. It's an EP. It's the Halo Effect. They put out an EP of covers, which is, I love them. So that actually works out well because it bookends the first album was the Halo Effect. So there you go.
They just have to come out with something every January and December.
In December.
Perfect.
The 15-minute, 2 minutes of metal.
8.5 minutes. Good job.
Go check out some of those albums. They're all good.
You did great.
If you like metal, go
Listen to
check
all of
those
those
out.
things.
Now, let's stay on the same topic as death and darkness and blackness. And let's talk about some folks that died in 2025. We are only covering 6. We're going to do 2 apiece now from now, no matter what. We get that as Evil coined, this isn't a top 10 deaths. We just
top 10 deaths of 2025.
It's
Thank
the top
you,
6 deaths
Kasem.
of 2025.
Yes, we can't cover them all, so it's more who we want to cover. And when there's the big ones, yes, we're going to cover them. And I think we got the big ones in here.
We got a big one.
Right, I do. Rachel, why don't you give us one?
Yeah, let's start out with Marianne Faithfull. Marianne Faithfull, English singer and actress, did not know that until I Googled it. Born in Hampstead.
What did you think she was?
I didn't know she acted.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you do in your spare time. Her lineage goes back to the Habsburg, which is the
Habsburgs.
The Habsburgs dynasty, who loved their family so much. She grew up in oscillating between privilege and not as privileged. She went to convent schools. She also had tuberculosis a lot. She had a very back and forth
Didn't know that.
childhood. She was discovered at a
How
party.
do you have tuberculosis a lot? You can't get rid of it, right?
I don't know. I honestly didn't look at it, but it was in multiple things. So apparently it was a thing, or it was a rumor that really took. She was discovered at a party for the Rolling Stones and came into the 1960s swinging London scene, and she was a Mick Jagger muse.
Wow.
She did some recordings she was on Yellow Submarine with the Beatles, and she had a very short-lived time in the 60s because she also discovered heroin. And so then she was homeless for a while. So during her, if you listen to 1960s Marianne Faithfull and then you listen to after 1960s Marianne Faithfull, you can tell her voice is just fucked. Like, both are good. They're very different, but the reason her voice became what it became is because of all of the drugs and bad things she did to herself.
She got famous because of what was the hit that Mick and Keith wrote for As Tears Go By?
As Tears Go By, yeah.
That's how she got big, and that's what you're talking about. If you go listen to that, it's amazing. But it's very 60s, and it's very young girl that was at the party that does the thing. And then, but if you go and go check her out in her hippie garb later years, like why'd you do it stuff, she's way more Joplin than she is.
Very much. Yep. So she came back in the 70s. She had some steady work then. She did some collaborations with PJ Harvey, Nick Cave. She did some jazz. She did some spoken
David
word
Bowie.
stuff. The acting that I mentioned, she was in some Shakespeare. She did some musical theater. And she was honored with the Order des Arts et des Letters. That was very bad French. And recognized among the greatest women in rock and roll, easily, hands down.
Ever.
So, and then she passed away on the 30th of January in 2025.
She was a badass.
She was the best.
Have you seen Go ahead.
Well, I had to pause for a minute because the way you said Mick Jagger in there the first time, you said Mick Jagger like it was a McDonald's product, and that just threw me.
That's where my brain goes all the
That was
time.
Hilarious. I'm gonna get the Mick Jagger.
It's
Mick Jagger with cheese.
Islamic McDonald's. We've already been through this today, Evil.
That's where my brain is.
Jagger with cheese.
Well,
we
they don't
still
have the
name
metric
these
system,
episodes.
so-
They
yeah.
don't.
Lay
Wait,
Mick
so-
Jagger.
I'll go next with a reminder that we are not covering Brent Hines or Rick Davies because we already covered them. So go back and listen to the episode where I gave Evil a little bit of Supertramp and he gave me a little bit of Mastodon. And boy, howdy, was that fun. So go back and
Yeah, it
listen to
was.
those episodes.
That
Before
was
then,
fun.
before you go leave and do that, just stay here while I talk about none other than the Brian Wilson. Born in 1942, he passed away in June. He was a member of the Beach Boys, I guess. I don't know. Kind of a
That sounds right.
61, December of 61 to be exact. They released Surfin' on Candix Records, which was local. By the time they got to 64, they were, to coin a phrase from some other guys around the same time, bigger than Jesus. After suffering a nervous breakdown, Wilson decided to quit touring with the Beach Boys, but he still wrote, he arranged, he produced. Glenn Campbell initially filled in for Wilson while the band toured in the 60s, while Brian Wilson stayed at home and obsessed over trying to write perfect music. We have done a episode on Pet Sounds. We talk about this a lot. Go back and listen to that. Rachel and I, we do a Beatles episode every year. This year we talked about Revolver, which is a huge album in the story of Brian Wilson. A lot of people would say that might be part of what brought him to kind of losing his shit a little bit.
It's the nail in the coffin.
Kind of. In 66, the Beach Boys released Pet Sounds, which that was the album that was kind of his Revolver. That was, and to this day, you can't, good luck talking to a fucking sound engineer dude without him bringing up fucking Pet Sounds. I don't know if you've seen there's a brilliant Portlandia skit where this guy's talking about all the stuff that he has in his studio and like, this is the drum mic they used on Pet Sounds. 66 through 67, Wilson began writing and recording Smile, which is his kind of like thematic concept album to go after Pet Sounds. And this was him. He was really trying to he was trying to make the perfect music, and that, I think that had a pretty big part in, I don't know if that's why he kind of started to lose his shit or because of him losing his shit. Some other important dates. Let's see here. 74, Rolling Stones named the Beach Boys the It Band of the Year. 1992, Brian Wilson received a $10 million out-of-court settlement after he argues that his father, Murray Wilson, fraudulently sold the Beach Boys song catalogs. That's a hell of a dad there. And yeah, he was known for pushing boundaries. He was known for the Beatles rivalry, but that's the big thing about Brian Wilson is the rivalry was John Paul George. I mean, that's an unfair rivalry.
It was 3 against 1.
It's, yeah. Hey, 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Writing wise.
No, I know. He was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988, and he received a Kennedy Center honor in 2007. Mental illness and drugs, ladies and gentlemen, that's, also, let's see, Bare Naked Ladies wrote a super badass song about him, and that's Brian Wilson. Go listen to Pet Sounds in his honor, because it is a fucking badass album. And I like their old stuff, too. Beach Boys are rad. Some people say they have good harmonies. Evil, who died?
I have like 2 major icons in rock and metal to talk with. Like, we're talking Mount Rushmore levels of iconography.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with
one of them for sure.
One of them for sure. But as a band, Kiss is an icon. Like they
totally.
Like invented a whole like merchandising. They're Spaceballs the band, right? Before I go into talking about Ace, I sent you a meme earlier that just killed me, and it's a picture of Gene Simmons, and it says, "I instinctually feel like nothing would clean a stovetop as well as Gene Simmons' hair."
Yes.
I mean, they have moved into legend. Kiss has moved into legend of just pop culture.
Hilarity.
Like lunch boxes, like the costumes. Take any band who has some shtick like that, whether it's Slipknot, Sleep Token, whatever, Ghost, they all owe something to Kiss
Absolutely.
and what they did.
Yeah.
So October 16th, at the age of 74, we lost Paul Daniel Freely, who we all know as Ace, original lead guitar player for Kiss. It's just super hard to quantify the impact of a band like Kiss and a guitar player like Ace. You know, we could talk about their music, the merchandising, the drama, him leaving the band, coming back, the farewell tour, the second farewell tour, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth farewell tour. You know, they have moved into legend in terms of rock music, but I think because of that, we kind of overlook how influential he was as a guitar player. He is many of our favorite guitarists' inspiration. He was the guy that our guitar heroes kind of looked up to, and the reason why they started playing. The persona was that of the spaceman or space ace.
Spaceman.
I think spaceman. But I say that because like many of these, I'm going to list off a whole bunch of fucking legends here. Many of them had his like icon, his sort of image as the spaceman tattooed on them. Dimebag had one on his chest. John Five, hugely influenced and has referenced Ace in interviews. Snake Sabo from Skid Row also had a tattoo of him. And if you guys kind of like poo-poo Skid Row for being a hair metal band, go fucking listen to Skid Row. Those guys,
Skid Row's rad.
They are phenomenal. Slash, hugely influenced by Ace. Tom Morello has over and over talked about Kiss and Ace Frehley.
Nice.
Mike McCready, Pearl Jam. Kim Thale, Soundgarden. Gary Cantrell, Alice in Chains. The grunge bands were extremely influenced by Kiss and Ace Frehley. E.C. DeVille from Poison, like their whole shtick, the whole, there was another meme I sent to you recently. Was it Danzig talking about, Danzig was like walking, he's like, we saw all these hookers and we got close and we realized it was just Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Marty Friedman from Guitar God. He played in Megadeth, but has moved on to even greater things. Huge Ace Frehley fan. You might not hear it in his playing, but he was inspired to pick up the guitar by Ace Frehley. Ty Tabor from King's X, Bumblefoot, Rivers Cuomo from Weezer.
He's got Ace Frehley.
He's got some Ace Frehley. Mentioned Megadeth. Mustaine was hugely influenced by Ace. And I'm going to end with Paul Gilbert, who is, I don't know, the guitar nerd of all guitar nerds. If you're not familiar with Paul Gilbert, what are you doing with your life? Especially if you like rock music. He's just brilliant. Among other things, he's taught at the Guitar Institute and has numerous tutorials online. He's just a wizard at both playing and teaching the instrument. He says, this is a quote, "There's something I call the Ace Frehley scale, which uses chromatics. This one's all A minor pentatonic. It's A, C, D, E, G. But it's got the blues note, the flatted fifth, the E sharp or the E flat D sharp, and the major seventh, the G sharp in there." Ace Frehley is so prominent in his playing that Paul Gilbert has the Ace Frehley scale that he includes in his teaching. So, he died kind of tragically. He fell in the studio and there were some complications from that led to him passing away. And it's been a rough few years for our heroes. Like they're all getting up there in age, man. And
yeah,
I feel like things are
some more graceful than others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not many gracefully. Any
rock stars are not meant to live long lives. I don't think it doesn't befit their image.
When they do, it's gross. It's not our fault.
I saw some footage of Don Dawkins sitting on a stool singing at a show because he couldn't stand. And I was like, maybe it's time
That's when you don't do it anymore.
Maybe it's the time to pull a Megadeth and say we're releasing our last album and
Last
touring
album.
for 5 years.
Rachel,
David.
who died?
Well, lots of people, but another person is D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Michael Eugene Archer, born on the 11th of February, 1974, known to the world as D'Angelo, singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer. He helped shape soul and R&B as it is. He is widely hailed as the pioneer of neo soul.
Neo Soul.
Yep, he earned recognition throughout his career as one of the greatest vocalists of his generation, and got that one of those 200 greatest on Rolling Stone. Top
Hooray.
200. Good for him. And in 2025, he was inducted into the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. He was raised
That's
in
right.
Richmond, and he grew up in a very Pentecostal family. He started playing the piano at the age of 3, and as a teenager, he formed the group Precise, which won amateur night at the Apollo 3 times.
Heyo.
At 18, he moved to New York because that's where it all happens. He went to pursue music professionally and secured a publishing deal with EMI. In 1994 is when he first drew attention for composing and co-producing You Will Know, the all-star single by Black Men United. His debut, Brown Sugar, in 1995, quickly became a cultural milestone, earning platinum certification and critical acclaim. Blending R&B, gospel, funk, hip-hop influences to help usher in that neo-soul era that we were talking about, and influenced all of the people for decades to come. His follow-up, Voodoo, in 2000, debuted at #1, and it won a Grammy for Best R&B Album, and for production, a Grammy for Untitled How Does It Feel? Sorry, no, that was not a production. That was for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance. Anyway, 2 Grammys, 1 album. Good job. Also, he was addicted to drugs, depression, and had some legal issues. Lather, rinse, repeat, every artist ever. After a decade away from doing anything, he returned to 2014 with Black Messiah. 2 more Grammys, Best R&B Album and Best R&B Song. And he passed away on the 14th of October, 2015 at age 51, which is very young, from pancreatic cancer. His entire career, he had 3 studio albums, which
Yeah.
is insane to think of somebody that inspired so many people, influenced so many people, and is so well regarded, and having such a small discography is quite impressive.
Yeah. I don't listen to him much. I have a lot of respect for him. And the only thing that I know, the thing that's been in my head about him all the time is that he was an instrumentalist in his albums when it was absolutely not cool to be an instrumentalist in your albums, in the late 90s, early 2000s, that sort of thing. R&B people didn't play their own fucking instruments, It wasn't cool for Usher to be up there with a guitar, but
Right.
D'Angelo was a fucking badass. Sly Stone probably influenced D'Angelo a bit. Sly Stone influenced everybody a bit, I think. Basically the pioneer of everything we take for granted in funk. Born in 43 March in Denton, Texas, and similar to a lot of those early-ish we are really good at instruments people, was born into a very religious family and started playing with the church. The parents got him to start playing with the church, and he became a prodigy early on and started DJing in San Fran and producing bands at a super young age. 66 is when he started Sly and the Family Stone. They scored their first hit, Dance to the Music. By 69, we talk about, when we remember stuff like in 1969, we remember Woodstock, we remember the Jimi Hendrixes, we remember Mamas and the Papas, that sort of thing. If you were alive in that time, if you're listening to music in that time, Sly and the Family Stone were what was everywhere, what was all over the radio. They were the big get. They were the big deal. Incredibly funk innovative. They are credited, it's very yes or no on the internet, but they are credited for the first uses of slap bass. So if you slap at a bass, it's because of Sly Stone.
You're getting
And
crinkly again.
stop me if you've heard this one. He was addicted to cocaine, some other things. And then by 71, he got a DUI. In 83, massive financial issues, all that, everything that we've talked about. But Dance to the Music, Everyday People, Thank You, I Want to Take You Higher, Family Affair, If You Want Me to Stay, Stand, There's a Riot Going On, Fresh. They were the bee's knees for 3 to 4 years there. And Sly was, anywhere from anything funk to Nirvana drums to, I mean, it's all thanks to Sly Stone.
Your mic is real fucky.
Yeah, you went
Shit sucks again.
crunchy there right at the end. So, about that
Where were we?
development,
Development. Idaho's getting so big.
I think we've milked that side thread.
Okay. What else is there?
So what's new? Also, that's what she said.
That's true. I've been drinking this collagen and electrolytes drink.
Oh, yum. Tell me more.
It's from Sunkissed, so you know it's kind of delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, that's the reason I bought it, because I bought another just collagen powder, and it's just plain, but it kind of has this garbagey chalk taste to it.
Yeah.
But this stuff is very good. Just tastes like
Tastes like-
lemonade. Lemonade with like the salt, because it's electrolyte-y, right?
Right.
Full refreshing drink.
Smooth, refreshing drink. Lemonade.
Evil who
Cool,
died.
Refreshing drink. Oh, I'm going to have to go from collagen supplements into this.
I believe in you.
Oh, my God.
This is a big one.
Yeah, it's the biggest one. Like, for me, I mean, she keeps saying things.
She says so many things.
I mean, we started the podcast post EVH passing, which for me personally would have been
The hardest thing.
probably the hardest one to talk about. But in terms of like influence, holy moly.
He's all right.
On July 25th, the age of 76, like very soon after the Back to the Beginning performance for Black Sabbath.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we lost John Michael Osborne, who we all know as Ozzy. And like, how do I even begin to like? It was hard enough talking about like Ace and Kiss and their influence, but how do you, for like the metal guy on the podcast, how do you? He's influenced Ozzy and Black Sabbath influenced everything. They basically invented metal. Like you can attribute some other bands as sort of like like Zeppelin, obviously, bands like Blue Cheer, but really like Sabbath is the first heavy metal band, Heartstop. And they continued. And then Ozzy had his solo career on top of that. Like founding member of Sabbath. I have this joke, enemy of winged rodents. I tried to I said, I originally wrote Bane of bats, but I'm like, there's like some weird Batman and Bane thing there. I just couldn't work out a joke like I needed to make that work. So yeah, enemy of rodents. He was a collector of an absolute rogues gallery of guitar god collaborators. Randy Rhoads, Jake E. Lee, fucking Zach Wilde. He's worked with John Five. The guy knows and recognizes Tony Iommi and Sabbath. He had, and you have to remember, like these were collaborators with him, but the music was him. Like that music is Ozzy stuff. The guy has an ear for it. He just, it oozed from him. And then you get into his later life where he blew up on the reality show scene with the Osbournes.
Right.
Like, what the
So
fuck,
weird.
man? There's a whole
Bubbles.
maybe the biggest heavy metal rock like festival was named after him, the Ozfest.
Yeah.
He is the Mount Rushmore of metal.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
when I had him and Ace kind of, I'm toying with him like, oh, this is like, these guys are on I'm like, no, Ozzy is the Mount Rushmore of metal. And like losing him is like having a living legend move into myth. Like it I don't even know how to describe it. Like we're in a post Ozzy sort of paradigm now for metal.
It's not even generational. There are people,
No.
David Bowie, Prince. They're the people that are. It's a surreal. It's more God than man type thing.
Yeah. His like he and Black Sabbath invented heavy metal. Period. And then we've been off to the races. One thing in researching him that I knew about Jack and Kelly and their sister Amy, who kind of hung back in the scenes, and obviously Sharon. I didn't know about he had other kids, a bunch of other kids.
6
3 other kids from his first marriage with Thelma Riley. First one, he adopted a child of hers named Elliot Kingsley. There's Louis Osborne, and then Jessica Starshine, who's an actress who was in Better Call Saul. I didn't even know about them at all, but of course, he's Ozzy. He's the Prince of Darkness. You're not going to know everything about him. I always think about, like I mentioned Motley Crue earlier. Motley Crue was touring with Ozzy early in their career when they were like partying hard, the whole era of wrecking the hotel room, throwing TVs out the window and stuff like that. And they have stories about Ozzy. They're like, he was the craziest. And I think it's Tommy Lee told the story that like they get off the bus and Ozzy's just whacked off of who knows what. And there's like these ants on the sidewalk and he gets down and he snorts the line of ants and Motley Crue, the wildest of all the guys were just like, well, there's levels to this. And Ozzy is obviously at the top of the mountain, not just in the craziness, but also in the musical sense as well. So huge loss, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bummer.
You forgot the most important point, which is that he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2021.
Oh yeah, forgot
Missed that.
about that one.
Hey, now is the part of the episode where we typically talk about big stories that happened. There really wasn't that much this year. There's one, but I think it's important enough it's the only topic we need, and it's AI and music. On November 10th, Walk My Walk hit #1 on Billboard country song charts, reaching over 3 million streams in less than a month. It was created by an individual named Albier Rivaldo Taylor, who's largely unknown. He goes by Def Beat Psy, produces risque satirical country songs, which are explicitly disclosed as an AI project on platforms like Spotify. Spotify being the big one. These are all over right now, and it's super funny because it's, country songs where they say a lot of dirty words. Ha ha ha. It's, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like old Adam Sandler tapes, but without I don't know. Rachel, what are your initial AI thoughts? Are you worried it's going to take over? Do you care if it's going to take over?
At this point, I mean, it's obviously learning, so it's hard to really say before it blows up what's going to happen. You cannot, if you look at writing or music, or you've seen there've been a couple AI actors,
Mm-hmm.
they can only get so far. And there is something just about a human and art, and it cannot be replicated so far, I don't think. And so in that way, I'm not concerned. There's no competition between any AI music, in my personal opinion, an actual written by a person music.
Have you heard the Walk My Walk song?
I listened to some of that. What was the garbage country guy that you sent? It was like an actual person, and he had a couple. It was some really bad country song. And I thought so. Maybe not. But it was not good. It was pure garbage. And it was very obvious that it wasn't a person. I mean, you can have very produced music and very overdone stuff and still know that it's a human. Whereas this, you could very much tell that it was not a human. And the thumbnail of the person was like a Calvin Klein model.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not how I see my country singers. No offense to all my country singers. It was just a very pretty, it's all very fake.
But what about if you compare it from a year ago to now and then think about what's going to happen?
I mean, that's what I
said.
It's a learning mechanism. So who knows? I think as of now, I'm not concerned. When it gets to the point where I can't tell the difference or it's good, then it's a problem. But
So
as of right now.
If it does get to the point where you can't tell the difference, is it a problem?
I don't think there will be a point where we can't tell the difference. And here's what I mean.
Have you listened to country music lately?
No, but listening to the music in isolation, yeah, it might sound exactly like humans are creating it. But we don't gravitate to music only for the music. There's something about the artist that the intrigue and interest in art is tied to. So I see it as it's another tool that will probably most likely live mostly in the land of parodies or what ifs or for commercial intent. Like, what if Metallica did a dirty limerick in the style of Tool with whatever, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like remix engine of some kind. I see all kinds of like metal songs being redone as like Motown songs or vice versa. Like, what if this band did this song and sprinkle in this? But at the end of the day, we're referencing the original artist. Like, what if this artist did? Yeah. So, and I also see a ton of like commercials and ads and that kind of stuff using AI to crank out their music product for advertising. That's just going to be how it is because it's cheap. But in terms of like actual art that sticks with us and it influences stuff, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I really don't.
It can't create new stuff.
No.
It's just learning
It's
from
not
other
the prime
people and
mover.
other things.
Yeah,
And
how's
so in
just
that
another
way,
palette?
Do current artists create new stuff? Like if a robot comes up with a song in the style of Bruno Mars, which absolutely no input
In the
from
style
Bruno
of
Mars,
Bruno Mars.
apart from scanning Bruno Mars, the replication of Bruno Mars with no money going to Bruno Mars, do we care? Because wasn't some other artist just going to come along and copy Bruno Mars anyway? Who
I mean-
copied Michael Jackson, who blah, 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 blah.
From an artist perspective, I think I would get frustrated, like with this country, whatever that's learned from who knows who. But if they're not getting any sort of writing credit, I can understand if my, stories, if my writing was stolen, inspired by somebody, I think I'd get pretty pissed off. But as a listener of music, I could tell the difference, and I'm not buying that garbage. And that garbage can't satisfy me because I could never see it in person. There's something about not being able to see an artist perform that makes it, there's a
That's-
little bit of distance between
That's
reality.
the crux of it.
Yeah.
Is at the end of the
Agree with
day,
that.
part of what makes us appreciate art is we somehow identify with that artist. And I think it boils down to we either want to be that artist or we want to fuck that artist. Serious. There's
Yeah.
a sexual component to art. It's like you either want to emulate or be like that artist to elevate yourself, or there's some sort of desire because of what that artist has created that there's like a desire component there. AI, nobody wants to be AI. Nobody wants to have sex with AI because, well,
You never
most
know.
people don't
There's-
want to have sex with AI.
Quite a
I've
bit
seen
of
Blade Runner.
AI girlfriend stuff
Yeah,
going on
right.
these
Oof.
days.
Yep.
So, last question, playing devil's advocate, and I actually mean this one because I'm old man, get off my lawn. Of course, I'm not going to fucking like AI. So this is all silly, but let's say it does happen. Let's say AI gets so fucking good that you can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference between, like, a new band comes out. I think my question is more, do we care? If you stop and think about it, it's no, they're taking money away from record labels that I don't know why I should care if AI becomes so good that they are taking money away from Metallica
Mhm.
or something like
Well,
that.
Metallica.
It's easy to argue that, well, no, this is going to hurt independent artists. This is going to hurt
Sure.
those sort of people. But is it? Because there's an AI, people aren't going to come out with AI independent artists. They're going to come out with AI Hillary Duff and shit like that.
It's going to be copies of what's popular.
So how do we care if it does happen?
Again, like I said, it's hard for us to care because we're not the ones getting the paycheck or not getting the paycheck.
That's my point. All this stuff, it's been the same thing about actors. Like they're saying, oh my God, if we keep going this route, there aren't going to be real actors. Do I fucking care? Do I care if Brad Pitt gets another $10 million for his next movie? Why should I give a shit?
So seeing I don't know if I sent it to you guys. I saw on Instagram a week or two ago that was this guy giving 2 AI actors prompts. And it was just the most ridiculous. Like, they're like, no, be angrier. No, I need you to be angry like this. And it was just ridiculous. And at one point, he was like, the male actor was like smiling really big and just like pulls out a gun for some reason.
That's
It's
rad.
just, it can only go so far. I don't think right now.
I'm going to say something. This is going to be maybe controversial, maybe not. At the end of the day, like regardless of where you lie on like your views of technology and can you reproduce the human brain with transistors, blah blah blah. Here's the thing: if you like look at the most recent sort of like leading edge of physics, it all points to consciousness not being a result of the physical world. So you can't replicate the creativity of consciousness with a machine.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
There's always going to
agree
be a
with that.
prime mover outside of that.
The only argument that I have for that is that pop movies, music, it's not exactly using the deep subconscious of people.
And who cares about that? Those are products.
Yeah.
But
I
real
feel
art
like-
will
yeah.
always exist.
I think
From originating from humans.
I sure hope so.
This will be a good conversation to have in 3 years.
Yeah.
When we see exactly where this is going to go.
Hmm.
Well, not exactly, but
Devil's advocate, I'm curious to see what humans are able to create with AI. That's how
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah.
I just see it as another tool, another palette to color with.
I would agree with that. One thing we got to do before we take a break. Top 10 highest downloaded albums on Spotify this year. Do you know it? Do you like it? So Close to What by Tate McRae at number 10. Rachel, this seems...
I
Go
know of her. I have not listened to the album. She is a dancer, not a musician. She's an okay singer. She's a great entertainer and she's a great dancer. But yeah, haven't heard this album. But I'm sure it's very popular with the kids.
I know who
Obviously
she
it
is. I have not listened to it.
Correct.
It's much easier. Evil?
Wow.
Why would I listen to that? I know who she is, obviously.
Number
Obviously.
9.
Tate McRae, Shane Gillis, SNL.
Right.
Rachel, I'm surprised number 9 that you... Mum has been the word on this album this year. Trappa Coquetta by Carol G, who I know you like.
I think that one just went over I didn't see it.
Gotcha.
That's my bad.
I did not know it came out. I really didn't like her last album. We covered it on the pod. I was really not a fan. Evil?
I don't
Do you know
care.
it? Do you like it? All right.
I know who she is. I don't care about.
Borando by Belle. Anybody?
Never heard of him.
No.
Bueller?
Them.
Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. We did cover this on the
The Weeknd?
pod.
We did.
I
They were like,
I really didn't like it. I don't
it was
remember.
like AI the Weekend.
Yes, that was my thoughts. Do you remember
Yes,
liking
I
or not
remember that.
liking it, Rachel?
I don't remember. Evil, you got really loud.
I'm
It'll
so
be
loud.
okay. It'll be
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I do not. Bad memory. I don't remember at all. So which means I probably didn't like it.
Morgan,
That is- we were all very lukewarm.
I was very ice cold on it. Morgan Wallen, everybody. It's not Waylon, you idiots.
Yeah, you dumb dummy.
I'm the problem.
Yes, you are.
We all know who he is.
Wait. Are you all this time it's been Wallen Jennings?
Yeah, idiot.
You're an
God.
idiot.
Rachel, have you?
No.
Yeah. Evil, have you listened to Morgan Wallen's new album?
No, I don't do that.
Alex Warren's You'll Be All Right, Kid. Rachel's nodding massively.
I have heard parts of it. The man is very talented. There's a lot of TikTok-y bits of his music. So I have heard a
TikTok-y
lot
bits.
of the popular stuff, but he's very good. I have not listened to the album though.
I don't know him. Evil. Number 4, Am I the Drama by Cardi B. We all know who she is. I did not know this existed. Evil.
Same.
I am
Oh.
familiar with Cardigan Backyardigan. I did not listen to that album.
Number 3, I know how one of you feels about it. K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. Rachel is all about it.
Know it, love it.
Evil.
K-pop
You don't-
is it vexes me.
Have
yeah,
you seen it, Jimmy?
I saw it. Number 2,
You saw it for
Mayhem
me.
by Lady Gaga. Another one that went.
Lady Gaga.
We didn't even.
Gaga?
I mean, I personally am very much not a Lady Gaga person,
Radio Gaga.
so I might have
Radio
kind of
Goo
purposefully veered away from this one, but I did know it existed. Have not listened to it. Rachel.
I also knew it existed. I also didn't listen to it.
Wow.
Lady Gaga is something that needs to age for me before I start to like it. I never seem to like it right away,
Needs to go away.
but then after, it's like an aged steak for 45 days or so.
Dry aged Gaga.
Dry
Leave it in
aged
the
Gaga.
fridge for 45 days. And Evil. Did you know it
Low
existed?
moisture.
I didn't. I obviously know who the Gaga is. I did not know she released an album. I don't
She
mind
was on
her.
SNL
I'll listen
though.
to the Gaga.
Did you
And
not
number
see her?
1, Debí Tirar Más Fotos by Bad Bunny. We all
loved that.
covered this on the pod, and we all very much enjoyed it.
Muy bueno. Me gusta.
See, señorita. Hey, everybody. Honestly, we are usually like 2 for 10, so we did much
That's
better
pretty
than
good.
we usually do. We're
Not
catching
me.
up to the kids.
We have
Yeah,
our
no, Evil did
finger on the
terrible.
pulse.
Let's take a break. Let's be right back. Do you guys need a break?
No.
I say it's working. Let's bust through it.
I would agree with that.
Mm.
Hey, everybody, we're back, and we've
Mhm.
got something fun. We've got listener questions. I kept it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 of them. There were There were a few more, but some samesies, that sort of thing. Well, let's close our eyes and pick. Let's go down to Kevin in Jersey. Will you ever
Kevin?
try live or a live streaming episode?
You know, with our ability to get our tech
with-
together,
With how good everything's going now, I think we could. Should I just pop this live
I
right
think
now?
it makes more sense. Yes. Facebook Live this,
God.
Instagram Live, however the kids do it.
Live is my answer to this is live. You need, so at least 2 out of 3 of us really would be embarrassed to come out with a bad product. And if you don't have a sound engineer,
Which 2 of us?
if you don't have a sound engineer, which is what has been proven over the last week, if you don't have a sound engineer, if
Oof.
you don't have this, if you don't have that, there's too many dangers of doing a live episode
Yeah.
that just blows up in your fucking face. And there's something that feels very final about that for some reason to me, about a messed up, I don't know, if I was watching a YouTube channel that fucked up their live thing,
Yeah.
it would kind of taint me on it a little bit, which is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know if
But-
our content would be good live.
The only thing I think our content would be good live for is if it was live in person.
That's different.
That's fair.
Because there'd be a
But-
lot of drinking, a lot of cheersing,
Yeah.
a lot of that sort
Yes.
of thing.
Audience interaction. That's something. Let me walk back on the live thing. Maybe if my brain's crunching here. If we did actual live streaming and we learned how to interact with comments, maybe, but I feel like that's such a learning curve and so different from what we're used to doing that it would
Yeah.
suck largely for a while before we got good at it. And we'd probably fucking quit the podcast again because
Well,
it would be
and-
frustrating.
We've also been doing this. We have dedicated listeners. We have a specific amount. Are those people then going to, if certain people
Would it
take
change it?
over
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
are those people going to hate it now?
Right. Right.
If one guy comes back every week and asks us why the fuck we aren't talking about blah, 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 I would think that maybe it would turn off other listeners.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's a good point. In person,
live episodes someday would be really fun to try. I think there are 2 cities where it could be possible. We do have a lot of listeners local for me in the Portland area. We have a lot of listeners in New York. We have a lot of listeners in Boise, and we know a lot of people in Boise. So I'm not ruling it out. I would go live in person way before I'd go live on streaming though.
100%.
how
Other,
drunk would we get?
but that's what people would want.
Oof.
Other Mark, we didn't get a question
Mark.
from Mark
Mark.
this year, but that's
Hmm.
okay. Other Mark, have you tried to get drink sponsors? Yeah.
No.
No.
Hey, Sazerac, we were up in you.
Mm-hmm.
This is maybe this speaks a lot to what we just talked about. I don't like chasing sponsors, and I don't know I think that's more of a personal, don't feel like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't like submitting for sponsorship. I did a couple in like year 2 and 3, and there were a couple that I was back and forthing with a little, but that brings for us, and I think we could talk about this too, because we've got a lot of questions this year about Patreon, about things like that. As soon as you start talking about charging people or having a sponsor, there's a pressure there that you are now responsible for something bigger than ourselves. And those whole thoughts are one of the many reasons why this whole thing fucking stopped. I would much rather start making money first by basic volume of streams.
We've gotten pennies back.
We have gotten pennies. I don't know.
So-
What do you guys
I'm
think?
open to selling
Out.
my used compression underwear that I trained jujitsu in for the right price.
You'd have to stand up the entire podcast.
Yeah. Now,
If
if
that's
there's
something you want.
if there's some random marketing guy for like fucking
Right.
Miller Lite that's listening to this, hey, we will
Yeah.
sell out in a heartbeat. If we're talking
Yeah, right.
fuck it. Miller Lite will be my favorite beer for the rest of my life.
Dude, High Life. I'll do that twist from that old commercial.
Yeah.
The twist off cap commercial. Fuck, dude, I'll do that at the beginning of every episode.
See, there you go. Thank you. Miller Lite guy, reach out. Or sorry,
Light,
High Life guy. High Life guy.
It's the champagne.
But see, the whole
of
point
beers.
is it's got to be something that you
is.
don't really even like.
Yeah.
Mags in Australia. Who is your favorite Australian band.
We have so many.
Well, one of them's a very obvious one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, being me, AC/DC's been I've known them as long as I can remember. But as
Which
a
is not-
podcast,
Not a bad pick.
we talk about King Gizzard a
We do.
lot.
Love them.
King Gizzard.
Well, they do put out a lot of music. So
they do.
They
Yeah.
are,
They're Australia, like, not
the
just
scene in
pandering.
Australia is amazing.
Australia's doing really cool
Well for
shit right now
themselves.
as far as music. Tropical
Yep.
Fuckstorm.
Mhm.
We covered another Aussie band really recently too. But do you have any other ones, Rachel?
Mm-mm.
The two that pop in my head when I saw this question are the obvious one, Nick Cave.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Nick Cave is the fucking man. We've talked about him on this pod a couple times. There's a Nick Cave score actually that someday I'll cover on this pod, and it will make me very happy. And then short-lived, but really one of my favorite bands ever with one of my favorite albums ever that we will talk about again someday on this pod, got their vinyl finally this year because it reissued, but The Vines,
Mm-hmm.
which very short-lived. They had a really weird, interesting career because they were fucking insane people. But the Vines I love the Vines. Vines are awesome.
Yeah. Fuck.
I
You
have
know
a
who-
couple.
Me too. I just thought of one that
You just
I don't
cheated.
know why I've never.
Fine. I don't
I
want to
was
say
talking
them.
about Rachel. Rachel just Googled a bunch
Men
of
at
Australian
Work
bands.
is Men at Work. In Excess. That's embarrassing.
NXS is a good one.
Ooh, That's
and
a
the
good
Bee
pull.
Gees. The Bee Gees. Fair. Okay.
Evil.
that's
Who,
Parkway
who popped
Drive.
in your-
Parkway Drive's
That's
Australian.
yeah.
I always forget that they're Australian. Yeah.
I always thought the Scorpions were Australian.
What?
I did. I think that's how he sings on C. You know, he has that kind of that
Nasally
awe kind of sound to his.
winds of change.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know.
Michael Schenk.
Bit-
I mean, they're it's German. That's about as German as you get.
Yes, I'm
Scorpions.
aware it's German, Evil. I said I thought it's Australian. Bill in Jersey, apparently, I guess that's where we need to do
Jersey.
our live show. That's
New
two in
Jersey or regular Jersey?
What actually happened between you all that made you need a break? So we,
Fist fight.
yeah,
Fist fight.
we had a few of these. Why did the pod quit? Really, Rachel, you tell them what actually happened.
Okay, so it was nothing. It was nothing. It wasn't nothing. It was David. It was his fault, but it wasn't
I thought
because
you
of
were
any
gonna
sort of.
Make a.
You already
come
made
on.
a fist fight joke. Nobody's gonna believe that.
Evil did. Well, every single promo I do, the you two fight in the promo at some point. There's some sort of I'm
That's
about
true.
to teach you how to take my punch sort of thing going
It's-
on.
We never fight in
Yeah.
person, like fist fight
Yes.
in person.
It's really I think I've mentioned why there were many reasons why, but it had nothing to do with Evil and Rachel. It
Mm-mm.
was all me.
We are
I
perfect.
made the decision.
Mm.
Evil and Rachel have always just and I mean this in the best way possible, they show up. It's whether they're into it, there'll be stints where they're super into it. There'll be stints where they're not, but they're going to show up. And it was me. And yeah, I think that I've kind of talked about that stuff. I may talk about it a little bit more later on, but it's not.
So here's the thing. When we recorded over the summer, after we quit the pod, and then we decided, hey, let's do an episode. You guys are the ones that showed up for me because I was kind of in a weird place. And the whole reason that we did that was like, hey, let's go cheer up Evil.
Because we love you so much.
Yeah. So Rachel and I aren't the only two who show up.
It was, I think I might have used it as a bit of a, well, fuck, I guess we got to get the pod back up.
Also, I never returned my equipment. I'd like to repeat that. Never
Yeah,
really
no,
thought
you
we were
didn't.
super broken up.
That's just because you didn't want to mail it.
I do hate
You
the
literally
post office.
didn't wanna
Nobody
go
loves
mail
the
it.
post
I
office.
do hate the post office.
But yeah, there's nobody fought, any of you, there were no affairs. Sorry guys, we're not that fucking exciting. We're pretty fucking boring people. We were just in New Orleans. Nobody fucked anybody. So Kim in Seattle,
Oof,
why do you include needle drop score in the beginning of Quit Fires?
that's a great question.
It is a great question. My answer is that if like it or not, and we have our reasons for liking it or not, he is the most prominent music reviewer out there right now. with the whole point of it is to give kind of a litmus of where it stands in critic view. And he's the critic at this time. Do you guys hate it that we do that we do the Pitchfork, Guardian, and Needle Drop?
I think it makes sense.
My take is if certain people use our content for their content, we can use their content for our content.
Damn straight. I love it. Was
that vague enough?
You know what you did.
Read into that what you will. Yeah, that's terrific. Angie. We love Angie. Desert Island albums. That was the whole question, was Desert Island albums. So I don't think I think we can play it pretty fast and loose, but I don't know, maybe 1, maybe 2 that you're allowed.
I need 2.
Evil says 2.
I need a rock and I need a metal.
It's hard.
I know what they are.
Good. Go, because I forgot what I said.
Rock, it's my 2 favorite bands and my favorite albums from each of them. Van Halen, Women and Children First.
Of course.
It's been a favorite since 1995. And Unearth's most recent today, which is The Wretched, the Ruinous, which is my favorite metal album. Easy. Got some rock, got some metal.
Not a slow song in sight.
Fuck no.
What do you think, Rachel? I have 1.
I am gonna cheat.
I am trying to cheat
very
too
badly
right now, actually.
And here's the thing. I would get very tired of the same thing over and over again. And so I'm going to choose 2 soundtracks instead of actual.
Not a bad idea.
I think is
at
fair.
all.
Forrest Gump soundtrack. It's double anyway.
Oh, that's super cheating.
That is
Romeo
so
and Juliet.
cheating.
Yep.
I respect it.
Yep.
Super cheating.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, God Shuffled His Feet by the Crash Test Dummies. I've proven that I'll never get sick of listening to that for the billionth time. God, you're making it like the Crow soundtrack would be.
That's a good one. You can cheat. I cheated so hard.
Yeah. I think so I have a vinyl collection that is all of Beethoven's symphonies.
Ooh.
Is that cheating? It's an album.
No, it's an album. I mean, I think I cheated more than you. I picked multiple artists.
That's what I'm doing.
On one album. You're picking one artist's greatest hits.
We did it, everybody. And look how eclectic we are. We should start a music podcast.
I'm so eclectic.
Yeah.
Together.
Jesus.
Together as a whole. A couple of bops on Instagram. It's been really fun chatting with him since we all broke up. He started talking, and huge vinyl collector. Posts really cool stuff. Go check him out.
Their Instagram's fun.
Biggest vinyl grail got this year. Mine is Blues Traveler 4 was like one of my top 3, and that reissued. Alice in Chains Tripod, 3rd album, self-titled, whatever you want to call it, that just came out, so I'll have that in January or February. But yeah, bought it, so technically I did get it. What am I missing, Evil?
For you?
No, all of us. What'd you get?
It's Harmonicraft.
Yeah.
Torch is Harmonicraft. It came with the mat, the multicolored mat. It's
very pretty.
The vinyl in the Harmonicraft set is clear, so you put it over this like psychedelic mat. It looks really cool. And I found out that I have multiple vinyls that are clear that play on that really nicely. In fact, I think my version of COC's Deliverance is clear.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I'm like, awesome. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I would say that I think that I got 2 of my top 5 like Holy Grail albums this year in Blues Travelers 4.
There's one more for you and I that we got recently.
Yeah, I have it hanging up over there.
Dead Sarah?
Yep.
They're self-titled.
Yeah. Weatherman's an okay song.
Best rock songs ever written.
Hey, Rach.
Yeah.
What do you think about doing a 2-minute bang?
Of pop music. Yes, I would love that.
Obviously, Rachel. So a resident pop person is going to give us 2 minutes.
Can I do 2 minutes? I think so. I think I'll be a lot closer to 2 minutes than 10 minutes. I just picked a handful of pop artists and what they did this year.
Awesome.
With themselves. Sabrina continued on her Sweet and Sour tour. She was on the cover of Vogue in March, released Man's Best Friend in August.
Smell the Glove.
Got a couple of Grammy nominations. Great cover art on that one.
Smell the Glove.
And she is up to be in Alice in Wonderland, the musical, which should be interesting. Cat's Eye, which is a group that was put together on a reality show. And then that reality show, parts of that was documented on Netflix. I really thought nothing would come of them. They have gotten very big in the pop area. They were at Wango Tango, Lollapalooza. They did a remix of Gnarly, which is one of their popular songs with Ice Spice. Gabriella, they have a got a bunch of Grammy nominations.
Heyo.
They started their Beautiful Chaos tour, and they have 0 albums out. They have done all of this, and they've just released a handful of singles. And they were also in, I don't know if you guys caught it, they started redoing the Gap dancing commercials from the 90s, and they did a Gap dancing commercial with, so that's fun. Benson Boone, American Heart World Tour.
BB.
He jumped off a piano at the Grammys, as he likes to do. He did Coachella. He announced his second album. Me too. Bad Bunny. Everyone loves Bad Bunny.
That's the real BB.
Love him. He won so many Grammys, Latin Grammys.
Good for him.
Debi Titar Mas Photos. Didn't
Should
say that right.
play the Super Bowl.
His tour he should play the Super Bowl. His tour started this month in November. He was in the new Happy Gilmore movie. He's a great actor. He was on Saturday Night Live. And yes, he is going to be the Super Bowl performance in 2026 in February. Very excited for that. Lisa from Blackpink, she had quite the year. Went to the Met Gala. She was on White Lotus, the 3rd season in Thailand. She is a good actress as well. Her and Jenny both did Coachella for their solo albums that they released this year. She did a collab with. They did not fight.
Damn it.
Yeah, they all get along pretty well, apparently.
Money left on the table right there.
Rough night,
Right.
huh? Everybody's kung fu fighting.
You're dumb.
Oh my God.
She did a collab with Doja Cat, Born Again, very popular on the Instagram, TikToks. And she's back on tour with Blackpink. And then Tate McRae, who we talked about for a second earlier, paired up with
Tate
Morgan
McRae.
Wallen. Tate McRae, Morgan Wallen for What I Want, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Aww.
She had a song on the F1 soundtrack. The F1 soundtrack actually had a lot of people. We'll go into that more a little bit later for some of my top songs. She got a Grammy nomination for that guy. She was on the Miss Possessive tour starting in March to November and had 83 shows. So she was a very busy lady as well. Boom, done.
Who's
Well
Sabrina
done.
playing?
Who's Sabrina what?
Playing. The
Playing?
Jabberwock?
Cheshire
Maybe the
Cat.
Jabberwock, maybe the Cheshire Cat. I'm not positive. I actually
Tweedledum.
didn't see who she's going to be starring at as in Alice in Wonderland. We'll have to wait on that one. I'll text you guys when I find out.
Oh, good job, Rach. That was a good 2 minutes. I learned so much about Blackpink.
They're in your area.
Evil, what was your worst take this year?
My worst take this year. Number one, I have 2. The first one is allowing what other people say about music to influence my perception of it.
We
Whether it's-
manipulate you so hard.
You fuckers or critics or
Mhm.
like the internet, Reddits, whatever. It's allowing other people's perspectives to influence my own rather than just listening to the music myself and usually hating it or maybe loving it.
Yeah.
I think I'm softer on a lot of stuff because of that.
I think, devil's advocate, I think if we fight for stuff that you originally hated, then you become more open to it. And yes, maybe we're manipulating you a little
None
bit.
of us want that. Then my other
right.
one is, this one's interesting because I think I need to listen to music in different ways. Meaning especially for this happened with the most recent Quickfire and our What Did We Miss albums. Those two, we did those relatively close together. So I found myself listening to a shitload of albums in just a few weeks. And previously I would go album and then the next album and then the next album. What happened is when I made a playlist of our collective top songs and then hit shuffle, I liked a lot of the stuff that I didn't like earlier in the year.
Interesting.
So I'm calling it the radio
That's cool.
effect. Like the idea of a song playing by itself without context of the rest of the album that it's on around it. I was able to be more open and
Totally.
it allowed me to enjoy stuff in a different way.
And for me, that works with, we talked about an album. We'll talk about it again, I think. We talked about an album in the What Did We Miss? That for me, if it was just one song on a playlist, I probably would have liked it way more than the whole album in Deftones.
So I think the bad take is that I've been listening to albums in a bubble, and I need to listen to music more like I used to when I was a kid, which is primarily radio, make playlists of stuff that when I'm studying, I make playlists for myself of the music that I like. This came up at another time earlier in a different episode. I can't remember when it was. I brought up the radio effect. It was White Lies. White Lies, that album, I'm like, this would be good radio music. In a playlist of a bunch of songs that I really like. I want some, like, forgive me for using this word, I want some filler. I want a palate cleanser here and there. I want songs that I don't have to be super invested in if I'm listening
like that.
to music over a period of time. And so I think I'm going to start doing that moving forward, especially with the quickfires. And not just like, I won't take just the 10 quickfire albums and do a playlist with them. I'll mix some of those songs with fucking Unearthed and stuff and Van Halen and other stuff, and just see, like, let's see what happens if we've got, this wild mix of stuff. I might like things more. And also, an addendum to that is I haven't been listening to music in the car as much recently because I'm just not driving as much, and I need to do that.
I like it.
Because there was something, I was driving around
What do
running
you
some
like,
errands,
listening
and
to
I had something
podcasts or
playing.
something?
I just don't drive a ton anymore. All the shit that I do is within walking distance.
I gotcha.
Yeah. And listening to like AirPods walking the dogs is not the same as listening to music in a car while driving. It is not the same experience.
What's your worst take this year, Rach?
I think we have a collective bad take, and that is, it's kind of similar to Jimmy's in that without each other, we are so boring in music. You're just saying you listen to music. My drive to work every morning is listening to the news so I can catch up on the news because I work for the government. And so there's a lot of government things in the news these days. And so I was listening to almost zero music because I drive so little in my very small town. And so all of us kind of closed off our minds to anything that we didn't already know music-wise and went back into
I had just gotten so
Unearthed,
used to the process of the pod that when the pod stopped, it just, reverting back to the thing I used to do where I'd just sit in the car and stare at Spotify and be, what the fuck am I going to turn on today? I don't know. Yeah. It's a good answer.
Thanks.
Oh, my worst take was quitting. That was my worst take
It was a
this
break.
year.
It wasn't quitting. It
Yeah.
was just
no, I
pause.
quit. And there are a lot of reasons, but I'm not going to quit again. And so don't worry, everybody. I'm not quitting. We're going to do season 6. It's going to be fun. If I don't quit after all the stupid shit that's happened with the finale, this was a test. This was a great test. And so far we're passing it. Night's not over, but hey, yeah, that was my worst take. It's gone. It's done. I'm excited to not quit again. I'm excited to do season 10 when we talk about season 1. My favorite take of a co-hosts this year is Rachel started writing. She started doing reviews. She started reviewing music. And it's really
what a novel idea.
She's hardly creative. It's been really cool. I've been having a blast listening to those and editing those and listening to them again when I edit them. So great job, Rach. I've very much enjoyed that. Evil, what about you?
The greatest take, bar none, as you would say with a bullet, is fucking starting the podcast back up.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the worst take and the best take this year.
Yeah, your worst take
It's
for
like
yourself.
you broke it and then you fixed it. And now you're like, look what I did.
I did it to win this award.
He manufactured scarcity. That's what he did.
I did. Yep.
Smart.
I'm on to Weller, by the way. I've had Blanton's, Eagle Rare, and I'm drinking some Weller.
You're on number 3.
You're going to be fun tonight.
Then I'm going to go.
We got to hurry this shit up.
Some BT, and then I might do a Sazerac to finish. We'll see.
Well, don't spoil.
We're only halfway
part
through
2.
this.
Rachel, we're going to go faster. Rachel, what is your favorite take of a co-host this year?
I have one for each of you.
Aw.
David started liking Christmas.
I did.
We still didn't get our Christmas episode this year.
Someday.
I feel like if we push for it next year.
I think season 7 or 8 will have a full-on Christmas miracle. Yeah.
But he likes Christmas now, and it's amazing.
I do.
His little heart grew 3 sizes.
My yes, there are other reasons, but yeah, it kind of did.
Kids. And Jimmy is just getting more basic bitch by the day, and I just love it so much. I think, and I'm getting more metal by the day. We're just helping each other.
Are you?
Yeah.
I feel like you're less metal this year than you have been in previous years.
Well,
you have not been into you were into one.
There might have been. There wasn't as much that I liked this year in the metal than in previous years. I'm still very open to all of it.
It's okay.
But
what am I basic bitch?
I think
you just
We're finding ourselves. Our characters are becoming our characters.
Like fun.
We have a whole other episode to do so that people have something to listen to tomorrow. We got to talk about favorites, bests, worsts, everything. Everybody, come back tomorrow. We're going to continue this motherfucker. We love you. Good. Do you guys need like 2 minutes?
Sure. Might as well.
Okay.
Went to.